The third Wild Things film was pretty hot, but now what about this one? Here's number 4 for you, and that would be Wild Things Foursome. And I mean number 4, something that is it. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2010 erotic thriller Wild Things Foursome. Number 4, that is. Now, this was released by Sony Stage 6 Films, and this was a direct-to-video film, unlike the other two films. The films was directed by Andy Hurst, who co-wrote the script for the previous film, with a story by Monty Firestone and Howard Zemsky. And it stars Jillian Murray, Marnette Patterson, Ashley Parker Angel, and John Schneider. This, of course, is a sequel to Diamonds in the Rough, the previous film, and it's the fourth and final film in the Wild Things series. This was released on DVD June 1st, 2010, since even though it was produced a year prior. So anyway, before I get started, if you have yet to see my reviews of the other 3 films in the Wild Things series, check them out by clicking on that card. And you can see them in case you might have missed them or if you'd like to see them again. Okay, and now, like the previous 2 films, I will not give the whole film story away to you, okay? Okay, good. Carson Wheatley is the wealthy and spoiled 20-year-old son of millionaire NASCAR car racer Ted Wheatley. Carson hates his father, who he thinks might have murdered his mother to inherit her money. Carson finds himself tangled up in a game of seduction, greed, and murder after a raunchy night of foursome with 3 beautiful women. His girlfriend, Rachel Thomas, his school friend, Brandy Cox, and Linda Dobson during a party. A few days later, Ted dies during a race. Detective Frank Walker investigates the questionable circumstances. Ted's lawyer, George Steuben, suddenly announces during the reading of the will that Carson cannot inherit Ted's money and estate until he turns 30 or marries. Carson quickly marries Rachel and inherits. They decide to kill the other 2 women and keep all the money for themselves. However, Rachel and Brandy are actually planning to kill Carson so that Rachel can inherit as a grieving widow and split the money between them. Rachel and Brandy lure Carson to a cheap motel in the Everglades with the intention of sex. After a struggle, Brandy murders Carson by shooting him in the head and leaves a forged suicide note. Rachel inherits Carson's fortune, but intends to murder Brandy to keep all the money for herself. Brandy, anticipating this, plots a scheme of her own and kills of her own to kill Rachel. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied here. But anyway, but that's all the story I will give to you. No endings, spoilers, or anything. Because from my story's point of on my source, it comes close to the end, so I will not give any more of this. So now my thoughts on Wild Things Foursome. Well, I will say it was fine and what have you. It does have a little bit more steamy hotness than what have you with that bit of foursome, you know. Anyway, the film sits well, at a mere 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, and of one review, the Real Film Reviews gave it 2 out of 4 stars and called it a surprisingly tedious endeavor that boasts so many similarities to its 1998 predecessor that it often feels like a remake. Yeah, like the last film, this kind of actually does feel like a rehash in a way. IGN gave this a weak 2 out of 10, saying we've seen it all before and under better circumstances, and recommends that viewers watch a soft course, skim flick on Cinemax and forget this film exists. Well, eh, well, you be the judge and what have you. I am going to say I am 50-50 on this film. Yes, it does have its issues and what have you, and it does kind of feel like a factual remake of the first film in a way, yes. But nonetheless, I do think it has some pretty decent pretty decent cast factually. Jillian Murray plays Brandy. She wasn't too bad. Marnette Patterson played Rachel. Jesse Nixon played Linda. Ashley Parker Angel played Carson. And John Schneider, who I was really surprised to see him in. I hadn't seen him in any movie since the original Snow Day. Even though he had just already had done his work on TV Smallville, playing Detective Walker. I am gonna say that's not too bad. Anywho, I think the cast wasn't too bad. They have Stephen M. Stern to do the score and music again, like the last film, and it wasn't too bad. But of the whole, I found this film to be factually good in ways. Maybe okay good, but not great though, like the other two films. I still prefer the original Wild Things over these direct to video or TV sequels, whatever. But but over, but above it all, I think Wild Things Foursome did still prove to have hotness, just like the other films did. That's the one thing I liked about the Wild Things franchise is because of its hotness. But I do appreciate it having some suspense and thrills and all that jazz, definitely. So anyway, that's about all I'm going to tell you for Wild Things Foursome. Would I recommend it? I think maybe I'd rather give this a draw. Give it a one-time watch or avoid it. Okay? You be the judge. There is also an unrated version of this as well. So yeah, I've only seen the theatrical version, but I've not seen an unrated version of this. But I'm sure it's pretty hotter than the theatrical, than the R-rated version. But hey, you be the judge. So what did you think of Wild Things Foursome? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to support my channel. Make it grow, make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. You can share my vids with them if you wish. That could also help my subscribers grow. So, and join me later on tonight when I give to you a very special review. I'm not telling you what it is though. It's a recent hit film, so be prepared for it. So if you like this, check out my reviews for these other hot films and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is the back-to-back review I did on Devil in the Flesh and Devil in the Flesh 2. Both of them are guilty pleasures. Or you can check out my review of Cruel Intentions if you'd like. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see one of my earlier video reviews. I definitely need to do a re-review of this sometime, and that would be on the 1993 film The Crush, which introduced everybody to Alicia Silverstone in a way. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.